Okay, so let's talk about something that feels, well, a little bit like a secret, right? It's this idea that kind of goes against everything we're told, which is that the key to getting what you want might actually be to talk about it less.
You know the feeling, don't you? You have this amazing idea, or you're starting a new health journey, or you've got a huge opportunity lined up. And what's the first thing you want to do? Tell somebody. I mean, we're taught to share, to be open. But have you ever noticed what happens next? That little puff of air as the excitement just deflates? Like some of the magic is gone.
And look, it's not just in your head. There's actual science behind this. When you announce your big plans, your brain gets this little hit of dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical you're supposed to get when you actually, do the thing. It's like getting the reward before you've even started the race. A total satisfaction short circuit. So, this whole thing actually has a name. Psychologists call it the intention-behavior gap. And basically, by talking the talk, you're tricking your brain into thinking you've already walked the walk. You get all the high fives, that's amazing comments, that little dopamine rush, and it just quietly kills your motivation to do the actual hard work. Okay, so if telling everyone is a trap, what are we supposed to do? Now, this isn't about becoming some secretive hermit who doesn't trust anyone. Not at all. It's about learning to use a really powerful tool, strategic silence. It's all about being intentional, knowing when to talk and when to just let your actions speak for themselves. So to make this super practical, let's break it down into what we're calling the 3 vaults of privacy. These are the 3 big areas where a little bit of silence can be a huge source of power. Your personal goals, your money, and yeah, your relationships. All right, let's dive into that first vault, your personal goals. This goes right back to that dopamine trick we just talked about. This is really all about protecting your own motivation, your own fire. I want you to think about your motivation like it's gas in a car. Every time you tell someone what you're about to do, you're burning a little bit of that precious fuel on just talking, instead of, actually driving. So keeping your goals to yourself isn't about being sneaky. It's about making sure every last drop of that energy goes into making things happen. Okay, moving on to the second vault. And this one, this is a big one for a lot of us. It's your finances. And here, staying quiet isn't just about motivation. It's about protecting yourself from a whole lot of unnecessary drama and judgment. There's a really good reason for this, and it comes down to something called status bias. Basically, the second people know your financial situation, good or bad, it doesn't matter, it changes how they treat you. It just does. And all of a sudden you're dealing with weird jealousy or pity or people giving you advice you never asked for. It just makes things awkward. Keeping that stuff private means people get to connect with you, not their idea of your wallet. All right, let's get into our third and final vault. This one is all about the private world of your relationships. It's about keeping that space sacred and protecting the trust you've worked so hard to build. Oh, it is so tempting, isn't it? When you're upset with your partner or friend, the first thing you want to do is call someone else and vent. But doing that can create something psychologists call emotional triangulation. You're basically dragging a third person into a 2-person problem. And instead of helping, it almost always makes things more complicated, it can break trust, and it can turn what was a simple disagreement into a huge, messy thing. But I need to make a really important distinction here. We are not talking about secrecy. Secrecy comes from a place of fear or shame. Strategic silence, that is completely different. It's an intentional, active choice you make. You're not hiding from something. You are protecting something. You're protecting your focus, your energy, and the things that matter most to you. So here's the bottom line. In a world that is constantly screaming at you to share every little thing, choosing to be discreet is not a weakness. It doesn't mean you're cold or closed off. It is your greatest strategic asset. It's a tool you can use to build the exact life that you want on your own terms. So, I want to leave you with this one thought. Just think about one goal, one dream that you have right now. Just one. Now imagine, what could you do? What could you achieve if you decided to hold it close, protect it with a little silence, and just let your success make all the noise for you?